Everyone.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience, and we'll be starting shortly. I know that there's not a lot of people, but don't worry, that's completely fine. VP Cruz, got it? Okay, great. So I will be hosting this marvelous event. Okay, thank you for the alumni that come all the way from Harvard. Say backup. Oh my God. Stony Brook, face off top here. Thank you so much. Also to Carlos Velez, CCNY, proudly. Also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of VP Cruz, Cynthia Jones, everyone. Thank you so much, and to the panelists, thank you very much for coming. I would like to start by saying that I know that you guys are alumni, and what you guys learned from being at Hostos prepared you to be anywhere that you are right now, okay? I will be starting by saying that something that really prepared us, and I'll say that for all four of us, it would be volunteering work, to be honest. It really helped us, humbled us out. Somebody that was always there as a mentor also would be Jason Litfield. Thank you so much. That's pretty much it. I'll give the mic to, my apologies, who will be the next speaker? VP Cruz? Please.
Thank you. I was chatting a little bit with President Willie Baez and also Jason, and I was giving Professor Jones a little bit of background on how we got here. And you know, if I would be remiss in not giving you some background. If not, institutional memory has a way of fading. We're at a point here which is absolutely terrific. Having Professor Jones speak on the topic as well as the panelists. And I don't care if there's one person or 1,000. This cannot be overstated, the whole issue of honor. I spend a great deal of my time, at least the last 35 years, helping students so they could be retained, so they can be graduated in a certain timely manner. And we've reached certain milestones that are unprecedented. But of all the things that I've done here at the college, the one thing that separates my efforts from all the others is having this honor code, because there was a time where, and we still tend to be a little haunted in terms of our community being stereotyped, people making prejudicial remarks about the character, really, at the end of the day, the character of the people that live in this community. And we were hampered over a decade ago with cheating on our campus. And cheating occurs everywhere. I mean, there are different interpretations of ethics and value systems, and I certainly won't judge anyone, but there was a clear violation of a scandalous proportion when our students used their terrific minds to crack the ACT reading codes, and it was well over 80 students. The ACT company was extremely concerned. You're talking about a multi-million-dollar instrument, and this was in the, I think, mid-90s. And in order to turn things around, the next student government administration, given that student government was also involved, and sanctions were imposed in an unprecedented way, we had a 6-month hearing, judicial hearing. That's how serious it was. All of CUNY was concerned. They had to revamp the instrument. But what came out of that was something extremely important. Out of the negative came the positive. The following administration, it was Roberto Polanco and Xiomara Calderon. 3/4 of those students had legitimate honor GPAs. And on top of that, We have been invited to the National Conference on Ethics in West Point Military Academy for the 3rd year. And Roberto Polanco was so enthusiastic, so motivated by his experience that he came back and put forth at the Faculty Senate a resolution to adopt an honor code. And that's the history behind this. And of all the things I will restate, we can talk about graduating, we can talk about retention rates, we can talk about enrollment, but if we do not prepare our students with the proper character and advice and guidance, it means absolutely nothing. So I want to thank Professor Jones, I want to thank student government, I want to thank Jason for having this. And I didn't mean to speak that much, but you know, things move on and people forget, and this is a great activity, and I applaud you all for having it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we want to call Jason Lipfield to give us his award. Thank you.
Hello, Jason.
That purple is pink.
It's my best version. So welcome back, Professor Jones. It's always a pleasure to be with you on all of these occasions where we get to be with the best and the brightest that make up the Hostos student population. It's wonderful to see you guys come back. Saint, Faisal, Carlos, well, he's been here. Just comes across the bridge. It's always a privilege to have our alumni return to us, especially the ones who graduated over the last 9-10 years. They are doing extraordinary things in the world. I just got a phone call from Morocco this morning from Iman El Omari, who graduated from here in Baruch. She's now doing international trade, helping women up in the mountains of Morocco get fair wages for argan oil. And it's amazing the things that you guys are doing. And obviously, keep track of what Saint's doing and Faisal and all of the other alumni who are part of our program and the college who stay in touch with us. What VP Cruz spoke about is significant, and I know that you're going to talk about honor and ethics and values. We actually have spent the better part of the last 10 years talking about that. It started with the early phases of what VP Cruz did when he got involved with the National Conference on Ethics at West Point, by going up there and offering to sweep the floors just to be able to have students attend that conference. And we followed suit on that, and we were at the National Conference on Ethics for a good 7 years before the conference went through some transition. But we had 14 students go up and participate in my time here. It changed their lives. It made them really understand that having an honor code, and what we have as an honor oath, is something that you hold in high esteem. We're the only CUNY college that has one of those codes, and we're well regarded for the work that we've done on that. Since that conference originally got canceled, we actually then developed our nice relationship with the Air Force Academy. So we get to fly to Colorado now every year, and it's called the National Leadership Consortium on Ethics. And that they have at that academy. So now we brought 2 students last year. That Willie Bias, who's our president now, was one of the students who had the opportunity to attend that event last year. And I think that if you spoke to Willie, he would tell you that it was a major factor in his deciding to take on a bigger leadership role at our college. What's always amazing to me is that as much as we're amazed by the military academies and what they put together, or what other schools together as honor codes or honor oaths or ethics, when you come back to us and we show them what we have and we share our honor oath with them, they're always amazed that we actually have one. And we're this small little school in the South Bronx where things might slip by, as VP Cruz says, but we actually hold ourselves accountable to that honor oath. And I think if you spoke to Saint or Faisal or Carlos or any of the members, Zaira, Susim, Maysela, Raquel, Joel, Mohamedou, and Rokia, and anybody else who's in the room who's committed to that honor oath, they would tell you that they understand the value of it, even though they don't have to know the words of it every single day. So I'm proud that we're able to come together and talk about ethics and values and how that works inside and outside the classroom, how it works here in the South Bronx, in the Bronx, my home. and how it works for our students who embrace it and value it. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm glad to be here. I'll be behind that camera right there. So if you have any questions, please feel free. Thanks.
Now we're gonna call Mr. Adam Mayer for his word. Thank you.
Thank you all. My name is Adam Meyer, and the main coordinator for the Alumni Speakers Bureau, which is a program that brings graduates back to Hostos to give motivational speeches and motivational talks to help inspire students to stay in school. We've had this program in place since 2012, and if any of you are interested, once you graduate, get in contact with us. Our office is in the Savoy building in D205. We're right next to the registrar. Another thing we do that we encourage is for you all to get an alumni ID card. How many people here have heard of that, alumni ID card? Okay, so about half of you. So what this card does is it gives you access to all the facilities in the college. So you're able to use the gym, the computer lab, and it's a way that we encourage students to return and stay connected to the college after you graduate. So I know we're going to have a lot of people speaking today, so I just wanted to thank everyone for making this possible, and we're proud to be a part of this event, and we look forward to continuing this event in the future. So I'm going to hand over the mic. Who's next? I want to say thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to call the co-director of the honors program, called Mr. Cynthia Jones. Ms. Cynthia Jones.
So, good afternoon. Oh yeah, this is call and response. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Right. It is my honor to be here. I am Cynthia Jones, a member of the English department and also the co-director of the honors program. I'm not going to give a speech. I'm going to approach this in a different way, and I hope you will bear with me. I would like to read the honors program pledge that our students read when they are first accepted to the program. And this pledge was adapted from the Macaulay Honors College Integrity Pledge. The Hostos Community College Honors Program considers honors not only academic, but the ethical and personal growth of the entire person. Therefore, I pledge, as a member of this honors community, to engage, think, and learn to the very best of my abilities, both in and out of the classroom, to establish an academic environment that allows members to grow academically and personally in a spirit of cooperation and fellowship, to work better, our neighborhoods, communities, and the world around us, to uphold the values of honesty and integrity in and beyond the classroom, and to treat all humanity with civility and respect, regardless of national or ethnic origin, religious or social affiliation, heritage, disabilities, sexual orientation, race, gender, or political affiliation. And I'd like to go back to the one that I kind of repeated, to work to better our neighborhoods, communities, and the world around us. So when we're talking about being better human beings, it's really engaging in a lifelong journey of trying to fairly interact with everyone with that civility and respect. So I want to read a couple of poems. Anyone who knows me, I like poetry, okay? I like rap, I like hip hop. So I'm going to read this, not in a hip hop way, I'll try to be good. Some poems about integrity. A Great Somebody by Adrian Seeley Hardesty. I am a serious child. I am a serious child with serious goals. My life is destined to be filled with positivity. I am a worker. If it takes hard work, I will do it. I am a clean somebody. I know that if I lie down with hogs, I can come up with mud. So I will keep my mind, my body, and my character clean. I am intelligent. My brain is a storage place. I will fill it to the brim with knowledge and look forward with hope of what tomorrow will bring. I am a child hero. I don't spend time wasting time because I know there is room at the top for me. I am the greatest somebody there is. Start leading me now, teacher. Start guiding me now, teacher. Start praising me now, teacher. And you will see me rise to the highest heights. We are all teachers. And I'd like to read another one called My Creed by Edgar A. Guest. To live as gently as I can, to be, no matter where, a man. I'm gonna put woman in here, okay? To take what comes of good or ill and cling to faith and honor still. To do my best and let that stand, the record of my brain and hand. And then, should failure come to me, still work and hope for victory. To have no secret place wherein I stoop unseen to shame or sin. To be the same when I'm alone and when my every deed is known. To live undaunted, unafraid of any step that I have made. To be without pretense or sham, exactly what men think I am. To leave some simple mark behind, to keep my having lived in mind. If enmity to aught I show, to be an honest, generous foe. To play my little part, nor whine that greater honors are not mine. This, I believe, is all I need for my philosophy and creed. Thank you. So I thought I would like to end by sharing a few excerpts from some of the honors students who pretty much reflected upon their experience within the honors program. And I'd like to start with Alexa Del Rosario. I think she was here earlier. And as I said, I'm just gonna read a few excerpts from a few students, and I think it gives a picture of what we really want to strive for when we talk about integrity, when we talk about ethics, when we talk about being a global citizen. The honors program encouraged me to be more involved in my community. I always wanted to volunteer for nonprofit organizations, but I never really had the time to do so. Since the program requires us to have a minimum of 15 hours of community service, I finally took it seriously and decided to volunteer in 9/11 Memorial and Museum. I chose the 9/11 Museum because I want to honor those individuals who perished in the horrible tragedy caused by terrorist attacks, and I wanted to be able to give back. Right now, I am volunteering as a sales associate at the museum store every Friday. My responsibilities are to maintain order of the merchandise, greet customers, and give appropriate information about the store and museum. Since I started volunteering at the 9/11 Museum, it helped me improve my communication skills. Also, it gives me self-satisfaction to provide service to other people without anything in return. And that's Alexa Del Rosario. Another student wrote about a similar thing, and that's Sierra LeBron. I have been volunteering at a women's health center in Brooklyn. I love volunteering at Ancient Song. The women have created a family environment where women can learn about their bodies. Learning about my body with Ancient Song has been a great experience for me because this manual-less body can be a mystery. The work that they do helps women who do not have insurance or women who have insurance that does not cover certain services. And I'd like to share something that one of our graduates wrote, Faisal, okay. This semester we had the opportunity to participate in the Northeast Regional Honors Council in Boston, where two of our peers, myself included, represented Hostos Community College. It was a great opportunity to meet and network with other honors programs from other colleges and universities of the region. We had very rich presentations, round tables, and various activities during the conference. My round table presentation went very smooth and involved a lot of people as a discussion around the topic, the impact of technology and natural science on migration. We also had field trips, and I even learned how to eat with sticks at the Japanese restaurant we went to. I made new friends from other universities with whom I'm still in touch now. What I like the most is the family spirit we always either have or picked up from the trip. So I'm just going to end there by saying that one of the things that the students comment on is the sense of community, the sense of responsibility for each other, and you can't do that if you don't have the character. So as we work together, love together, even argue, you know, sometimes disagreement is helpful too, to move us along. Let's just remember that my favorite four-letter word is love. And I really think that's what we're supposed to be engaged in anything that we do, whether it is completing our homework assignments for our courses,